You know, I don't make these videos very often. I made a decision a long time ago that if I was going to become a gaming YouTuber, I would most likely have to become the laziest gaming YouTuber around. And what I mean by that is, I love gaming. I don't love editing and compiling videos. I love to play games, all different kinds of games. And if I can get immersed into a world which itches some kind of almost unreachable scratch deep inside my eternally twisting and turning mind, then I'm happy. And I will happily sit for hours and hours getting lost in that illusory oblivion. Honestly, at times, it makes the prospect of being alive on this planet for at least a few more minutes all the more bearable. Well, now that went dark very quickly indeed, didn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, I need to show you something amazing. No, not just amazing. Something brilliant, and no, not even just brilliant, but something that to me is far beyond what these insufficiently incapable words could even attempt to possibly contain. That being the grand excitement I am feeling deep within my bones. Yes indeed, ladies and gentlemen, I need to show you something exceptional. But before we get into the gameplay, real quick, I want you to take a look down in the description. There are lots of juicy links down there to other content on the channel. But the very first link you see right at the top will take you to an unlisted video that will show you the step-by-step process to install the basic version of this experience, upon which, if you wish, you can build your own experience of this mod list, which I'm about to show you. Don't go to the video just yet, please. You need to watch this video in its entirety because honestly it really is very cool. Okay, I've had enough of writing this already. The rest of the video will be unscripted, and so I will hand you over to someone whom I personally know to be very insightful, very dashing, very clever, and very famous here on YouTube. His name is ChillinPlayGames, and isn't he just exceptional? But first, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this. So as you'll see, it gives us a little bit of health. Holy smokes. Oh, he's come out here now. This is a lot of... Oh, did I get him? Oh. That's it for the bullets. I think we got one of them. But unfortunately, we have attracted some unwanted attention here. Mind you. Stealthing around. Really just... Oh dear. Oh dear. So, Feral Ghoul expansion pack is involved, and that is a Deathclaw. I reckon I could stab him to death. Did you ever take on a Deathclaw with a knife in your underpants? Well, I did. I didn't say I won the fight, you know. Alright guys, let's jump into the action. Okay, so here I am. This is my version of this mod list. Now, okay, I've got a bit of a buggy face. Try and ignore the buggy face, please. Alright, I've actually only just noticed that for the first time. What a fantastic way to start the video. Anyway, here we are in our underpants because, you know, there's no other way to exist in the Commonwealth in this mod list. Now, here's what I want to show you that's really cool about this. So I've decided to build my version of the Tarkov mod list on top of Nomad, which is available through the Wabberjack. I'm showing you your own version at some point. I think I've explained. There's a link down below. It's a much more simple version of this. You know, you can make it as advanced as you want. What I want to show you though is essentially the long game in this in this setup here. So with these mods that I've shown you how to install, or that I will be showing you how to install, you can start off by, you know, being able to craft basically all of the items in the game with the various perks. So very similar to a normal survival game, you're going to start off having to kind of basically start from nothing and work your way up. So obviously all of the weapons are installed here. There's so much here, I can't even really go into it in this video. But, you know, I just wanted to show you. Actually, it's probably easier if I show you on this. This is our universal workbench, which functions as a kind of collection of all the other workbenches. With regards to armor parts, clothing parts, we're starting out at the very beginning because we have no perks. I'm really just starting out in this list myself. I've done, I think, 3 or 4 episodes in total so far. So about 4 hours in. Anyway, that's kind of all I really wanted to show you in terms of here. The idea being that, you know, you can start off in any settlement you choose in the Commonwealth with a little underground bunker somewhere, which I've included in the mod list, the backyard bunker mod, which will allow you to get yourself set up in an interior cell within any settlement, which you can register as your, you know, your Tarkov home base. So, yeah, for the time being, I'm going to be jumping right in. I've got no gear. I've got this bow on me, which I only just learned how to craft last night. I think if I press this, I can change my arrow types. However, we only have this arrow available to us at the moment. It's actually really cool. I've never used a bow in Fallout 4, but let's jump into a raid and see how things go, shall we? These experiences are like no other as far as I'm concerned. You know, I'm a huge fan of Tarkov style gameplay, raids and things like that. On top of this mod list, in particular the Nomad mod list, which is pretty hardcore, it really is a great experience. I did want to show you though, just the simplest kind of quickest version. I've myself installed this on top of Nomad, but I've done a lot of tweaking of it, so it's, you know, you would have to do a fair amount of tweaking yourself in order to survive. So in order to make it work. So in order to survive, we now are going to have to make our way back north. This is bad. This is bad. Oh dear. And we're about to die. This bow is interesting. Oh my god, this is not great. What is that thing? I've never even seen this thing before. What is it? It's like a werewolf. Oh my god, okay, I'm in very highly radiated water. There's no extraction shooter game like this on the market. There's something else which very recently came out called Witchfire, which I've only just discovered. I think I've got about 100 rounds, 90 arrows. These, by the way, are really quite incredible. You can collect them, which is fun. That was horrifying. Don't eat me, please. Can't hit this thing to save my life, literally. Okay, anyway, alright, so the werewolf got us. So, very clearly now, we're about to lose our gear, and we respawn now back at our safe zone, which is in Sanctuary, as you'll see here. I won't make a cut. It takes us back to the root cellar, so, you know, now we are kind of screwed. I've been scrapping the Commonwealth, gathering loot all over the place, trying to make it back here to get, you know, to get some supplies. As you can see here in our workbench, we have a fair amount of junk. All of this I have gathered and scrapped. So what we're going to have to do here is essentially build ourselves some more, well, supplies. You know, we need things. Maybe should we have some eyeglasses? Let's just take a pair of those. In this mod list, time passes when you craft anything at all. I guess give me a bandana just for the sake of, you know, looking kind of cool. What else can I make here? I can make some underwear. Yeah, give me a baseball uniform. That will be fine. And anything else I can make? Obviously, you know, you can take your time and go through all this stuff. We don't have even a single perk in our armorer, which would give us access to a lot more stuff. Should we take a damaged hazmat suit? That seems probably like it's a good idea. I'll tell you what, let's go with that. And then we'll craft ourselves some kind of weapon of some sort. Melee, yeah, I mean, give us a baseball bat. It's better than nothing. And so, you know, as you go through, obviously you're going to get access to more and more powerful equipment. I could make a bow. I don't even have a single perk in gun nut. We could make a pipe pistol. Now, I just don't know if we have any ammo for this in our supply chest here. Let's have a little look. We do have some 22s, some 32s, some 45s. Tell you what, let's take that. And I'll craft us up a... where are we here? Let's take a pipe revolver. Alright, it's not the best, but it's certainly better than nothing. So, you know, the idea of starting out from scratch and having to... Okay, let's drop the baseball uniform for now. Well, yeah, just having to start from the beginning and work your way up, trying to survive, trying to win the game. So, now we've got a few items. We're going to be protected from rads for the most part. And is there anything else I need here? Should I take my last stim pack and a blood pack? Let's do that. Are my stim packs still bound? They are not. But they are now. Alright, let's jump into another raid. Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, let's rock and roll. Okay, so we've spawned in the city this time. Obviously. Take a little look at where we're at. We need to make our way. That's a mission I've got active. We need to make our way all the way over here. So yeah, we really need to start heading north, essentially. And as you can see, we've spawned in with all the gear that we crafted. And I've got 6 rounds in the chamber. Let's see what we can do here, shall we? What is that? Oh, that's a bunch of heads. Should we have a look at some raiders? So any of these little kind of issues that you're seeing, you won't experience that in your game. You know, I'm still kind of working out the kinks in my own list. But the one I've showed you, or the one I will show you how to install, is much simpler. This is very difficult. This mod list is no joke. For real. It really is no joke. So maybe now you can see why I have been why I've had to resort to essentially running around in the Commonwealth in my underpants, trying to survive. That's actually the first time that I've been, out of what I've been playing in this time so far, this few hours. Let's just jump into another one. We'll jump in straight off the bat. That's the first time I've been spawned in the city. This time, obviously, we're going to be doing a little bit of a naked run. There is the option to do a scav run, which I will try to remember to do before the end of the episode. If the idea of running around in an open world Tarkov game appeals to you, and you're a big fan of Fallout 4, you absolutely need to do what I'm telling you to do and install this mod list. Again, this is going to be slightly different to the one that I'm showing you. So, we just got that person's gear. So again, if we can get this home now, we didn't get a gun from her, we get to keep it. And, you know, that's what it's all about. Actually, it's all about the junk for me at the moment. I'm just trying to amass as much junk as possible. You lose everything except your experience. This is the worst thing I could be doing right now, running into this environment. In this particular version of the mod list, I have real AI installed. Oh my god, I think I need to run in the opposite direction, or we're probably going to die here. I have no stamina either because I'm very, very weak. Oh my god. So you can see the chaos. You don't always spawn in these places. I don't know how many locations there are, but there seems to be something like 40 or 50 maybe maybe more locations that you can spawn into. That's a missile. Hey, that guy just fell off. Let's go get his stuff. There is some sort of creature here. I can hear it. Oh my goodness me. I'll tell you what, I'll show you. Let's jump in as a scav, shall we? So obviously it's very intense. You know, you can dial back the settings to whatever degree you like. I've got more spawns mods involved. I've got advanced combat mechanics happening all over the place. And okay, I'm going to spawn us in as a scav. So this will start us now with random armor, clothing, and a random weapon. It actually just gave us our revolver, a different revolver. I don't know how much ammo we're going to have or med items. It's totally random, just like it is in Escape from Tarkov. So let's have a look what we've got here. We've got 60 minutes, so I've got it set so it's 60 minutes per raid. So we've got a few health items. Got some Radstag hide, clothing, scav knife, and a pipe revolver with 38 ammo. Do we have any junk with us? Sometimes it spawns you in with just little bits and bobs. And a bobby pin, alright. Literally some bits and bobs. Okay, so this time we've spawned in down here again. As I said to you before, most of the time actually recently I've been spawning in the north, in the really open, kind of calm areas, and then I have to find conflict, as it seems to have done here actually. Spawned us a little bit out of the way. So let's start heading north. I think my survival rate or success rate is probably something in the region of like 2 out of 10 or 1 out of 10. And obviously, you know, you're leveling up the entire time. You're gaining experience, so your perks are increasing across the board. This is where we're at. We started out as level 1 here and 1 across the board, which is also a modded feature. So, you know, it's a difficult experience. Am I leaning? Why do I feel like I'm leaning? Is the ground... Okay, the ground was on an angle. No, everything's on an angle. Is it? Is this world collapsing? Alright, so... Vault 88. Well, I'm not going in there, because that is a huge spoiler. I've never been in there before, I don't think. Oh my goodness me. Tarkov plus Deathclaw equals... deep satisfaction. Anyway, we're heading towards it, but we're going to try and keep away from it. Now, I've come to accept that in my version of this list, it's not ultra well optimized, so, you know, it gets a little bit frame ratey at times. Alright, we've got some synths nearby. Okay, so we've just leveled up. So, okay, we've got 2 levels there for some reason. I think you get 2 perks at every 5 levels. Anyway, let's take another point in sneak and 1 in toughness, just for the time being.
You cannot remain undetected. Sensors indicating concealed. We're still being attacked.
Oh my god. You know, it's really an authentic Tarkov experience, which means it's impossible to win and you just die all the time. Shit. I'm dead. And I've got a broken arm, and I need to heal. Did I get a stim pack? I didn't, did I? Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, honestly, I would probably have to play this game for about another 20 hours before I could demonstrate to you some kind of successful run. But I promise you, I have been winning like 2 out of 10 times. Anyway, it's not about the winning, is it? It's about the incredible, splendid, exceptional excitement and fun. And So I'm playing this list, I'll round the video out here, but I'm playing this list with the idea of it's a long-term series in which my character can only live in Sanctuary, and essentially if he wants to leave Sanctuary, he needs to do it on a raid. And you can do quests, you know, you've got all the quests, you can have companions with you, there's NPCs all across the Commonwealth. You know, you could turn this into a zombie apocalypse style situation with a little bit of imagination and a few different mods. I've actually done a video on that, zombie apocalypse extraction shooter or something like that on the channel. So, you know, my character's objective is to actually build a settlement here in Sanctuary and get it fully established. And this is how far he's got. He's, you know, scrapped one house and a few trees, and he's cleaned up a little bit around here. A tiny bit. I'm really just at the beginning of my adventure, and I only just realized in the last episode that I made, which was episode 3, none of these have gone out on the channel yet, by the way, so they're going out very soon. I only just realized that we have all these workbenches which allow us to craft our own weapons, our own armor, our own supplies. Up to now I've been relying on gathering supplies and resources, which is, you know, this is everything that I've managed to secure from the different raids that I've done. So it's just a really cool experience. If you like Escape from Tarkov and you've always thought, why don't they like evolve it so that it's, you know, your base is a real place and it has kind of functionality in the world instead of just being like a private kind of stat boosting menu, really, which is all it ultimately is in Escape from Tarkov, with a little bit of added functionality in various ways. But this, you've got the entire open world of the Commonwealth, and obviously, like I said, you could have different objectives that you have to build up one settlement and then move your home base to a different settlement in the Commonwealth, set that as your home location, do the same principle there, where you're not allowed to leave the base unless you go on a raid. Yeah, I think that's really all I wanted to show you. I've made this video because I wanted to introduce you to this really incredibly fun game mode, which you can very easily establish for yourself. Even if you're on console, you could do it with one mod specifically, the SKK Tarkov mod, which is linked down below. And, you know, if you want to kind of boost it a bit, add in a few sort of damage modifiers so that it's really hardcore combat, a couple of spawn mods that boost the amount of enemies on the map, a weapon mod of your choice, an armor mod of your choice, which I've actually made a video for you. The one I've mentioned is unlisted, but it's down below. That's really for if you're on PC. But, you know, if you use your head a little bit and just kind of simplify what I've said to people on PC, you'll be able to set yourself up on console with this very easily. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed this short and sweet presentation of something rather exceptional in the Commonwealth, and I do hope you will join me again for another video sometime soon. I don't usually make these short videos unless something exceptional comes up. Normally I play through pretty long-term series on episodes that are about an hour long. So, you know, this is still a bit of a one-off, but if you're interested in something a little bit more in-depth and in detail and expanded and extended, maybe consider sticking around and, yeah, watching some of the other stuff that you will also find linked down below. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. Please enjoy Tarkov in the Commonwealth for yourself. Let me know how you go. Is it fun? Is it as much chaos as it is for me? Is it as difficult, or are you having a grand old time? See you in the next video. Goodbye for now.